Black Ops 7 is one of the best, if not the best, Call of Duty game that we've had in the past 5 years. Yet, nobody is gonna play it. Why is that? I've been playing the game non-stop since release. Heck, I even almost have the top camo already. And this is the most fun that I've had playing a COD in years. The multiplayer is nearly perfect, down to almost every single detail. The maps are almost all good aside from maybe one or two. The camos are amazing, and the grind to get them is actually fun. It doesn't have any of those outrageous challenges that some of the past games have had, and now there's even more ways to earn animated camos for those of you guys who don't want to grind out every single gun in the game. If you just play with the guns that you like and you prestige and level those up, you'll still get really cool animated camos that you can end up using on all your weapons. They even lowered skill-based matchmaking to make this game feel much more like classic Call of Duty, which is probably the biggest reason why the game feels so amazing. It even has persistent lobbies, so if somebody's talking trash, you actually get a chance to play them again and again and again. So if the game is so great, then why is it flopping so hard? I think I can answer that question, and believe it or not, it has nothing to do with the game itself. There are several major reasons for the downward slope Call of Duty is in right now, and when they all come together, it's like the infinity gauntlet of problems for Activision. For starters, one of the biggest reasons is COD fatigue, but more specifically, Black Ops fatigue. Having two Black Ops games back to back was always going to be a problem, but especially when BO6 was mainly hated and had some of the worst maps that we've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. Another big reason is the insane competition this year. And believe it or not, I don't really mean Battlefield 6. I actually mean Arc Raiders. Battlefield has always had its dedicated fans, and this year they definitely got a lot more COD players to try their game than they ever have before. But I think the percentage of COD players who got Battlefield 6 instead of BO7 is an extremely small amount. At the end of the day, no matter what you think about Battlefield 6, it doesn't scratch the same itch that COD does. So yearly COD players, they probably still got COD. But Arc Raiders is like a once in every 5 years kind of masterpiece of a game that came out right before Black Ops. And I think that hurt the game significantly. But the next biggest reason, and possibly the biggest reason of all, is trust. Almost everybody has lost trust in Activision at this point to ever put the community first. And rightfully so. I mean, we've been dealing with terrible problems in COD over the past 5 years especially. And it never really felt like they were going to fix the issues with the cheaters or the skill-based matchmaking. So whenever they start claiming they're removing skill-based matchmaking or lowering it and fixing the cheaters in the game, it sounds like an empty promise to everybody, almost like a slap in the face to the community who's been dealing with these problems for years and trusting Activision over and over again just to watch the cheaters get worse and worse and the skill-based stay the same or get worse over these past few years. Even for those who do believe they're making the good changes, it still kind of feels like it's in poor taste, and that's simply because sales were down and Battlefield was looking too good this year, so Activision kind of had no choice but to do something and finally listen. So is all of that true? Are they doing this just for the money? I mean, yeah, for the most part, of course they mainly care about the sales and making more profit. So what happens when sales and profit are down? That brings me to my biggest fear for the Call of Duty franchise. I know some of you guys don't want to believe it, but BO7 is one of the best CODs that we've had in years, for multiplayer specifically, and zombies is looking pretty dang good as well. And it made some of the best changes that we've ever been asking for like the past 5 years. We've been begging them to lower skill based, we've been begging them to take out tac sprint. They did all this. So when Activision removes tac sprint and skill based matchmaking and sales are lower than ever, do they march back into the studio, blame the low sales on the lower skill-based matchmaking, and just crank it right back up next year? I really hope not. I hope Activision can see through the hate that they're getting right now and realize that they actually did make some really good moves with BO7. It's just the wrong time, and they really need to keep moving in this direction because it is the right one. Every so often, Call of Duty needs that one big game to revolutionize and bring life back into the franchise. 2019 is the game that did it last, and I think next year's Modern Warfare 4 will do that again next year. It's going to be on a brand new engine, and I'm expecting big things. But in the meantime, make sure you guys give Black Ops 7 a chance. It truly is a great game if you're not a campaign guy. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen about the campaign. Do not buy it for the campaign. Multiplayer is great though, and so is zombies. The last thing I want to say is that if you guys want to help support a YouTuber who doesn't just hate on COD for absolutely no reason, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and as always, peace.